Today we're going back to the Clone Wars. After our brief yet detailed coverage of ships playable in Fall of the Republic, video to that linked in the top left, I felt I wanted to pit two of the biggest capital ships there is to offer from either playable faction in Empire War Fall of the Republic. The contenders are as followed. From the Galactic Republic, it's the Praetor Mark-I Battlecruiser, and for the Confederacy, it's the Subjugator. For those who want to get straight into the match, there is a time code below for you to follow. Now, I won't get into the lore of each ship. We've covered that in the overview for the Fall of the Republic mod. But in terms of firepower, the Praetor Mark-I comes in at 32,940 hull and 30,000 shields, spawning 4 squadrons at a time and equipped with 20 heavy quad turbo lasers, 8 medium dual turbo lasers, 5 heavy dual ion cannons, and 8 medium dual ion cannons. It outranges its contender, the Subjugator, in return for more hull and shield points, but lacks unique super ion cannon firepower. The Subjugator comes in with 26,432 hull and 25,000 shields, spawning 6 squadrons at any given time and equipped with 5 medium turbo lasers, 44 light dual turbo lasers, 2 super ion cannons, and 3 light laser cannons. With significant reductions in hull and shield points and shorter firing range, the Subjugator is going to need to get up close and personal with the Praetor to deal any significant damage. Whilst I expect the Subjugator's super ion cannons to deal decent damage, the winning potential comes from their insane 44 light dual turbo lasers. These will allow the ship to pump out consistent damage and outgun the Praetor entirely. If the Praetor is able to kite outside of the Subjugator's range and prevent their heavy quad turbo lasers from being damaged, then it will surely come out as the victor. The Subjugator's shorter range requires a head-on approach, and making full use of its super ion cannons to completely strip away all shielding from the Praetor will allow it to get a head start on taking down crucial hardpoints. Also to note, the super ion cannons will deal no damage once all shields are taken down. But before we get into the battle, I want to quickly drop my question of the day, which is, what is your favourite Clone Wars era ship? Now, I know many of you will say the Venator, but for me, although it was introduced very late in the Clone Wars era, mine would definitely be the Tector Star Destroyer, built for one purpose and one purpose only: damage. Much like my favourite overall ship of the series, the Bellator Super Star Destroyer. But what is your favourite ship? Let me know in the comments down below. I read all of them and try to get back to some of you. But with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So we have our two contenders ready to go. On the right hand side, we have our Praetor Mark-I, and on the left side, we have our Subjugator. So I'm going to turn off accelerated speed and hit the battle cam button and come straight back out. Praetor to just go ahead and start targeting the Subjugator. Now, these quad heavy turbo lasers are definitely going to do quite a lot of damage, especially on the get-go. Here our Praetor's actually trying to fire on a squadron here, but I definitely want to get these fighters starting to attack the Subjugator rather than idling in the back there. Seems to finally listen and get over there. So the Subjugator, the Praetor's actually going to probably get a bit more damage off before the Subjugator can actually deal any damage of their own. But here we can actually see the attack starting to connect with the Subjugator. And we should probably, on my estimations, probably see the Praetor do a lot more damage first before the Subjugator can get its light turbo lasers, light dual turbo lasers in. But here we can see the super ion cannon. Hopefully that will hit. Hopefully it didn't miss. Yep, there we go. So very light damage on the shields, but we are dealing with an awful lot of shields, which is like 30,000. So yeah, quite a lot. So the Subjugator is already on half shields already. Praetor down by 1/4. I do expect at some point that the Subjugator will start catching up on damage, just purely because of those light turbo lasers and how fast they can fire. You can actually see it in action here. The heavy quad turbo lasers coming in less significantly than the light ones from the Subjugator, and already the Subjugator is caught up in shield damage on the Praetor. Now, just to clarify, guys, we are playing this on medium difficulty, as we're unable to control the Subjugator. This is just for an even playing field, because if we put them in hard AI, it might be a little uneven, since we're trying to play this without any interaction at all, other than to keep the fighters in the fight. But we're about to lose our shields thanks to that super iron cannon. The Subjugator being able to pull off 2 there, but for some reason the Subjugator is turning away from the Praetor, reducing its firepower and revealing the engines to the Praetor. So the Praetor might be able to catch up and actually do more damage than the Subjugator as it turns around. But the Praetor already starting to see its heavy quad turbo laser batteries being taken down, and this is quite significant. This is what the Subjugator definitely wants to do to reduce the amount of damage that the Praetor is actually dealing. The problem that the Praetor has in this battle is that there is 44 light dual turbo lasers. That's a lot of hard points to hit and a lot of hard points to take out to reduce any form of damage. Here, there's only 20, I believe. 20 heavy quad turbo lasers on the Praetor. So there's less hard points for the Subjugator to take out and more significant damage that it's taking out per hard point. So the Subjugator is definitely, the Praetor is definitely going to struggle from that, and which is why movement like this, where it's just literally in line with the Subjugator, it's going to fail. So it needs to keep its distance and try and kite the Subjugator in any chance for it to win. So here we're on the 1/3 of hull points left on the Praetor. The Subjugator is finally losing its shields, but unfortunately it looks like we've just lost our final heavy quad. Oh no, we've got 3 more. Make that 2. So yeah, their damage output is significantly reduced, and it looks like the Praetor is going to lose this battle. But quite interesting nonetheless, especially when the Subjugator has a very significant reduction in hull and shields. We're talking a lot less, and there goes the Praetor, finally losing the battle. So I think in total the Subjugator had let me just go ahead and quickly select the Praetor here. So the Praetor had 32,940 hull and 30,000 shields, and the Subjugator had 26,432 hull and 25,000 shields. So we're talking almost like 10 to 12,000 total hit points less than the Praetor. And the reason again that it was able to outbeat the Praetor, even with that holding it back, and even also having the super iron cannons not really doing a lot of damage, it was again all really coming down to the 44 light joule turbo lasers. So the Praetor was going to do a lot of damage anyway, just purely based on the fact of the 20 heavy quad turbo lasers. This is all during the time that the shields were up and no hard points were being taken down. So that's why we saw the Praetor get such a head start. But obviously, as those hard points get taken out, the damage is significantly dropped, and the Subjugator is starting to slowly outbeat it in terms of damage. Alrighty, coming into our final match, I want to get this Subjugator, the Praetor, right in and attacking the closest hard point, so it doesn't have to go in too deep to attack. Hopefully I've put this on the hardest difficulty, so hopefully the Subjugator will actually react and actually attempt to get in a bit close, so it can utilize all of its light dual turbo lasers and heavy and medium turbo laser batteries. So just going to quickly update the positioning, because as that gets closer we don't have to travel as far. So we're going to select all 4 of these squadrons and have them chip away at the shields as well. It seems like the Subjugator's squadrons are being left behind as well, so that could give us a bit of an advantage for damage output. And yeah, let's go ahead and keep firing in the right position. There goes the super iron cannon. Hopefully if I stop, that might miss. Maybe. No, that's definitely going to hit. Just on the tip of the shield. Oh, it missed. Wow, that's brilliant. What? That's the first ever time I've tactfully used the stop command on a ship to avoid a specific directional weapon from an enemy ship. So, shields down to 1/3. Praetor barely even being scratched. The squadrons here not properly being utilized. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get these squadrons to focus the other squadrons, so we can have a bit more ship-on-ship combat. So, finally, now the shield's been completely stripped down, we're going to go for the light turbo laser batteries here, and then we probably might want to start focusing on the light dual turbo laser batteries on the right-hand side of the ship's hull. So, let's go ahead and quickly... Can you focus in on that? Beautiful. So you can see those heavy quad turbo lasers really just wiping out hard points very, very quickly. But the other problem that comes with heavy turbo lasers is over damage on a hard point. So you just saw loads of heavy turbo laser shots hit a hard point that was already gone, which utilizes less damage output from the Praetor. And it seems like it's struggling to fire. I mean, it does take a little while for the heavy turbo laser batteries to fire out waves compared to the light turbo laser batteries. So there we go. We're going to go for one on there as well. We're finally losing our shields. Damage output being very similar to one another in terms of ships. Once these squadrons have taken out all of the squadrons that the Subjugator has to offer. Have we still got two over here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to have them focus on that. I don't really want the fighters to just have the advantage when the Subjugator's fighters aren't being utilized at all. So here we're just quickly... I mean, we've lost 5 heavy quad turbo lasers right now. Oh, sorry, 4. That was a medium we just lost. But we've taken out a lot of firepower on the Subjugator right now. We're just a little bit ahead. This is actually going to be a little more closer than I actually anticipated. So, let's go ahead for... I mean, we can go for the mediums. If they're easier to hit, I'll go for the mediums. I won't waste time trying to hit the other side of the ship and have less accuracy for it. Let's go ahead for that next medium. See, I don't know. It's going for the light dual turbo lasers in the center there. And now it's going for the light laser cannon battery. I'm not really worried about that. That's not really going to cause the Praetor any problems. It might cause some problems for the fighters, but not for the Praetor. And honestly, I'm not worried about the fighters doing... being taken out, sorry. Concentrating, so I'm losing losing a little focus. We're starting to regen shields now. Now that we've completely wiped out all the light turbo laser batteries, the Subjugator has only 2 options: to get even closer and utilize the rest of the hard points that are further away from the Praetor, or turn away, which is doing the latter. It's actually not turning away, sorry. It's actually trying to turn the ship around to get the other hard points to the Praetor in firing range. But we have the opportunity to just keep firing on them before it's even in range. Meaning that if we take out the ones that are always closest to the Praetor, we're going to be able to wipe out all forms of firepower. That super iron cannon hit is going to... yeah, it is going to hit. So our shields are down again. But that isn't an issue anymore. We are finally able to just... properly using tactics to attack every single hard point one by one that is closest to us, and forcing the Subjugator to reorientate itself because it wasn't close enough in range. So if I was playing the Subjugator, I'd get much closer. So when those hard points are gone, I don't have to do a full turn or shift in the with the ship to get extra firepower. You know, I want the front of the hull completely focused on the Praetor as close as possible to get all those light dual turbo lasers properly focused on the Praetor to completely outdamage it. So there we go. So using tactics, we're able to have the Praetor actually outbeat the Subjugator. So, but if we left it to the AI, the Subjugator would win, just purely because the Praetor needs that micromanagement to focus all 44 of those important hard points on the Subjugator. So a little bit of tactics there, I guess. Knowing which ones to fire on. Like if I focused on the point laser hard points and then the super iron cannons thereafter, I don't think we would have won. We had to get those light dual turbo lasers out of the way first and foremost. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Subjugator versus the Praetor Mark-I in Empire at War, Fall of the Republic. Before I go, if you've made it this far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can see more ship verses like this if this video does well. And of course, our question of the day, which is, what is your favourite ship in the Clone Wars era? Don't forget to leave your comments on that down below, and while you're at it, let me know what ship verses you'd also like to see in future. If I see some of those comments down below, I know you've watched all the way through the video, and I'll take those into consideration. But other than that, I have been Charlie, you've been watching X2, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.